Best of 3, match 4. In the bottom right, we have our Protoss player. Can he turn this series around? He is.
New challenger, STXO Trap.
And in the upper left, so strong. Can he get out of this group? He is.
Master, Azubu SuperNova.
All right, Tasteless. It's time to see what these guys do have planned for us.
Yes.
No proxy by SuperNova, at least yet. Trap probably open up pretty standard here, I would say.
I would think so.
You think he'll open a Stargate opening or a fast expand or something else?
Fast expand.
Yeah,
I think
so too.
That's pretty much what everybody seems to like to do on this map.
Yeah, it's nice here. You know, again, this map is so easy to take that third base on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind him seeing Trap maybe mix in based upon what SuperNova does. You know, with his macro build, maybe something a little bit cheesy, like we saw Parting here against Soulkey go for a DT rush into a third base.
You know, we could see that.
Yeah,
I think the problem is that Trap does not have a lot of wiggle room right now.
That is true.
I mean, as fancy as that could be and as awesome as that would be to cast and see and learn from, I don't know if
and it would be awesome.
It would be awesome.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's going to happen. So, we'll see.
Yeah. Command Center first by SuperNova, and Trap's going to scout this very quickly. So this gives him time to either not make a Cybernetic score or to throw down a second gas.
You can actually attack into the Terran with a Zealot and a Stalker and a Mothership when they do this.
Yeah, and in fact, Trap is just going to go immediately into a Nexus.
Okay.
Which is a fine choice as well.
Yeah, that also works very well.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, there's all sorts of responses you can do. You can try for an Oracle. You can do that, as you said, Tasteless, some Mothership core with a quick Zealot Chrono Boost out, that type of harassment, or just don't mind gas, don't make your core, and make a Nexus. And they all have their strengths.
So they're pretty neck and neck right now. Command Center for SuperNova, should finish a little bit quicker, but Trap was going to be so close behind him. It's marginal.
Mm-hmm. The one thing that we do see that Trap has actually scouted is the fact that SuperNova is going 2 barracks after this, because you either go 2 barracks or you go 1 barracks and a gas. And by showing the 2 barracks here, Trap has to play a little bit safer and make sure he has some early units. If you see the gas, you can tech up super quick, but here a lot of times you'll see like an 8 or more Marine push out, which can be very deadly if you only have like a Stalker and a Mothership core.
Yeah.
At the minimum, they can force a Nexus cannon.
So, there will be a little bit of downtime here as they start to tech up. What time are you leaving, Artosis?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Well, actually, I don't leave till Thursday morning.
Oh, okay, so I'm the one going out of town tomorrow. All right.
You are.
I kept thinking you were leaving tomorrow like with me. I thought we were going to go down to the airport.
No.
And go eat at one of the overpriced restaurants there.
No, thank you. I'm all set on that.
I'm like, I think I'll get these nachos for $30.
Airports are
airport food, man.
Airport monopolies, man.
Oh, no kidding, man. Well, we have, just Terran continuing to keep some map control here, but in a little bit here, it's going to go back to Protoss, as Protoss will have the Mothership core out. Well, it's already just now come out. Stalkers as well allow you to really control that map against, a small number of Marines.
Yeah. And right now the Marine's just looking to push back anything in the front, because if he does do a little push out with his Marines, he wants that to be something that's scouted at the last second. And that is a very quick Twilight. That is a very, very, very quick Twilight.
I guess we might actually see the thing I thought we wouldn't see here.
You think DT?
I think so. Well, let's see when he makes the gases at his second base.
When I see a second gateway,
all right, he's already getting another gas here.
I always think DT. Like, this could be it's not a charge Templar like type of all in, because you have a forge already. This has to be DT. It's the only thing.
Let's see how effective this actually is.
Well,
going DTs when you're not behind can be a bit of a gamble.
Yeah.
Unless you're in endgame, but
yeah,
that's a different story.
Early game DTs definitely can be. I know what? Quick Templar archives. Holy toy. You know what? This is, in fact, a charge lot Templar build.
Okay.
It's one that's so fast that he's not getting a forge for it. So I think we're going to see Trap all in here. But SuperNova made a Reaper, which is very unexpected.
And if this Reaper gets in there and sees this, right when Warp Gate is on the way, he's going to get inside there, and he will see it. Just that.
Okay, that's not the most information.
Well, I think he's going to go over. Yep, he's going to get to see everything.
Oh, boy.
He actually...
That is the most
There's nothing he doesn't... He has all the information he could possibly ask for.
Yeah.
If SuperNova knows what he's doing, he should be able to hold this.
Ooh, blue flame upgrade. Ooh. Looks like we're going to see some Hellbats. And, of course, Hellbats now using that blue flame upgrade to
nice switch
get their
here.
extra damage back.
Yeah.
And that's going to be perfect because Ice Storm, like, of course, is good against Hellbats, but it's not really that good against Hellbats.
Well, it's okay.
They have a lot of hit points, man.
If you have a Psy Storm, it's worth storming the Hellbats, but it's not like Marines where if they don't split, they die.
Now, I was afraid when I saw the Robo that this would involve a very quick Storm drop, and I was afraid, Tasteless, because that might make me fall in love with this build. I've never seen anything quite like this.
I don't want your heart to be played with builds like this.
No, I don't either, because the thing is, this might actually not be a very good build.
I know you've been hurt before.
And sometimes I see a build and I'm like, you know what, build, you're mine, and then it doesn't ever work for me. But and this could be one of those. But a quick Storm drop is like, we just, that's a High Templar in there.
You know, I was wondering actually if this is like an all-in, and it looks like it's an all-in so far, but
it looked like it.
Excuse me, a little cough there. He could. Maybe to make this build better, actually try to Storm drop on the army and then pick up and run away.
Wow, that would be
and make an Archon and then attack into it.
And, you know, if he gets one decent Storm off in that mineral line and, you know, you kill 6-7 SCVs, that's a pretty big advantage for one Storm, especially if he gets out of there with all that. Because
well, think of the timing of the Storm drop as well. This is a really early Storm drop.
This is the
Nobody's even
Storm
thinking
drop
about Storm
anyone
drop,
has probably ever done.
But then again, SuperNova should know that it's coming because he scouted it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And he's moving inside the main.
Okay,
nice.
That's a big amount of... Go get your High Templar, get out of there. Oh, wait, no, there's stuff in his base. Never mind. We actually, for some reason, are not looking at that, but there's Widow Mines all over his base, Tasteless. It's an infestation of Widow Mines. They don't have...
There's one.
It looks like they have about 6 kills altogether. It looks like... Okay, so Trap has killed 5 SCVs, and SuperNova's killed 7 probes. And this is definitely better for SuperNova, even though he loses those, I would say, because he costed a lot of mining time for Trap. So, very nicely done by SuperNova.
All right, well, SuperNova now taking a slight bit of a lead here because of the lost mining time there that Trap had to experience. It's nothing like, that's it, I hope he can turn this around, but it is a slight lead.
Yeah. That Storm drop, though, is so interesting to me.
Now we have the Warp Prism coming out here. And let's see if we can do some more damage over here. The Storm drops actually get scarier as the game gets longer because there's just more workers that can potentially be killed.
Well, you know, if he just flies around all game with one High Templar in a Warp Prism, you know, I have actually a lot to say about this, but first let's see. And that's another nice Storm drop.
This one over here. Could he... Oh, actually, I don't know if he has enough energy in there.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Oh, no, he's fine. Okay, quick Warp Prisms for the win. You know, one of the main reasons why we never really see Storm drops is because you always needed Warp Prism speed before to do them, because a Viking could hunt down a Warp Prism. But now that they can't, like, no one even thought of this, but now that they can't, it doesn't make any sense not to fly around with one High Templar in there.
Yeah, because even if it's taken out, you're not losing that much. It's not like if you have 4 DTs in there, and then you're trying to dump them out, and then unload
you'll get away from a Viking.
All right, this is, I think, going to be the climax right here.
Yes.
Let's see if he can do enough damage to tear inside the base. The Hellbat's not doing a lot of damage up here in the front.
Ooh, a pretty decent Storm going on. Ooh, that one whipping.
That one hitting a lot more of the Zealots than it should have.
Yeah. And
now coming in here, but it looks like Protoss still does have a lot with 2 Immortals here and an Archon.
Yeah, the Archon being huge as well as these Immortals. The High Templars still have some Storm left in them.
Second Archon about to complete here.
Wow,
I think he might have actually done it.
I have to call this build very awesome, Tasteless.
It's very, very new as well. We never really seen anything like this ever. Out of all the games we've casted hundreds upon hundreds of games, but this is. I've never seen this. I didn't know you could actually do something like this. This is so cool.
I had no idea, and I think almost no one had any idea. I think SuperNova's probably pretty surprised they get Storm dropped twice and then attacked with such a powerful army. And thing is, this was not any sort of all-in, guys. This is like
In fact, we thought it was more of an all-in, but it's...
Yeah. No, this he made like a very solid army.
He killed GG. Huh, okay.
Yeah. Like, that attack, he didn't even necessarily have to do it. He was harassing well. He had good upgrades. You know, he had the +1 armor. He had Psystorm. He had Charge. These are all very important upgrades. He had Immortals to really fill out his army, so the army wasn't even cheesy at all. That was... Whoa! Whoa!
It seems like if...
that was so cool.
If Terran did a bunch of aggressive drops like we see Maru do, that Protoss might lose that. But, you know, other than that, I mean, that seems to...
And, you know, with such quick high Templars, you can do feedbacks on medevacs and stuff, too. If you're forced in being defensive, it's not that bad.
Sure.
Like, as long as you realize that you have to be defensive. You know, the Widow Mines did kind of okay, but that was really unbelievably neat.
You know what's funny about that
rush to Storm Draw.
I thought that SuperNova was going to hold that for sure when the Reaper scouted everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. And he even went right into Hellbats. He's like, well, okay, I'll just get some Hellbats to deal with this.
Yeah. Well, he only had 2, right?
I think he had 3 or 4. I'm pretty sure.
I think he had less than that, man. Because when I saw the attack come up here, I was surprised. Either that or the first few in the front died so quickly. But, you know, I was expecting a little bit more simply because the Zealots are so strong in that situation.
Yeah.
Or at least more bunkers or something. Turtle it up. Don't sit on 3 bases while this guy's storm dropping you. Yeah, and Protoss seems clearly uninterested in ever taking a 3rd base.
The only thing about that build that's a weakness is that it has the slowest upgrades of any not all-in PvT build.
That's very true.
And the thing is, upgrades weren't even really like super duper slow, but they were much slower than any other build. So
yeah.
That's the one flaw. I'm kind of almost saying it out loud to make it so that I don't have to think as much later when I rewatch this VOD to steal this build and give it a try.
Well, it's pretty cool because, like we've talked about before, all these Protoss players that are you know, the best top 6, I guess you could say right now, they all play differently. Mm-hmm. All very differently, which is really cool. And it's just like Protoss was in StarCraft 1. All the good Protoss players had to have their own style.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what's so cool is that we are actually seeing new builds pop up still.
I know, right?
Like last night,
you know what's funny about that build?
That
could have been done in Wings of Liberty as well.
Yeah, it could have, but if they make that Viking or the Marines, you know, the War Prism is so much slower.
Oh, that's
so
true.
I feel like this build is actually legit. Like, you could have done it before, but it's like legit now because the War Prism's hard to catch.
Yeah. And that is a very good point. And the final map, by the way, is going to be on OGN Anaconda.
Ooh.
All right, let's get ready for our final match.